Alright, me and Juno are here because we want to give you some tips on one of my older videos. It is a video on how to induce sleep paralysis the easiest way, and I'm getting a couple comments on that still that I want to address to make the process so much easier for you guys. So the main things you want to remember is you want to get some sleep before you try. It doesn't have to be a whole night of sleep. It could be a quick nap. It could be because you woke up early, a few hours before you normally wake up. Whatever it is, make sure you have at least a couple hours of sleep under your belt before you try to induce sleep paralysis consciously. The next step is to get into a comfortable position where you can relax but you won't fall asleep. So for me, that is on my back. And if I do fall asleep on my back, it's for a very short amount of time. So it's perfect for this because it will allow me to kind of dip in and out of sleep if I do fall asleep. So go ahead and lay in that position that you don't normally fall asleep in, but can get very, very relaxed in. So for me and for a lot of people, that's on our back. So I'm just going to use that as the example. So once you are on your back and you are closing your eyes, relaxing in this position, you want to take a few deep breaths to signal to the body that it's time to relax. As soon as you start to take these deep breaths, you're going to feel so much more relaxed instantly. Your mind's going to feel more calm and your body's going to feel more relaxed. Then you basically just want to deepen relaxation as much as possible. So this means just basically not thinking about things, not trying to focus or meditate, just thinking, if anything, about how comfortable you are and how this is a free time to just relax. Don't set up big expectations with yourself like, okay, I'm about to induce sleep paralysis or have a lucid dream or induce an out-of-body experience. You just want to focus on relaxation and comfort. You don't want to stress your mind out. You don't want to set up too much of an expectation when you start because you want to prime the state first. So you just want to let yourself fall into a deep relaxation, and if you dip in and out of sleep, that's totally fine. That's totally perfect. And eventually, in this relaxation, as you're just, keeping your mind aware as your body falls into a deeper state, you'll start to see these colors like forming underneath your closed eyes and flashes of light, and that's hypnagogic imagery. That means that you're getting close to sleep. So this is really important to maintain that relaxation once you're at this point. Eventually, you're going to start to feel physical sensations. So maybe your body feels heavy, or maybe you feel tingling, maybe you feel slight vibrations. You want to basically amplify this by not focusing on it too much and just deepening your relaxation and staying aware. Now, you may reach a point where you start to get uncomfortable and you can't relax deeper in the position you're in. If you do get to that point and you can't progress farther, just turn over into a more relaxing position. You can even just roll on your side, but it is important that you maintain awareness once you switch into this more comfortable position, because it will be easier to fall asleep once you do this. So sometimes I can fully go all the way to sleep paralysis and use that to induce a lucid dream or an out-of-body experience on my back, even though I can't normally fall asleep in that position. There are some times that I can totally do that. But if there's a day where I'm trying this and I just start to feel super uncomfortable, or I feel like I need to move, it just probably means that I've been there too long and my body isn't going to get comfortable enough to progress further. So at that point, that's when I switch into a more comfortable position if I need to. But I don't get up, I don't do all these things. I just slowly keep my eyes closed and I just slowly shift my position and then relax back into it. And a lot of the time, because of a lot of the prep that you've already done up until this point to get here, you've already primed your mind and body for that relaxation, so you can drop in a lot deeper. And sometimes once I switch to that more comfortable position, within even a few minutes, sometimes I will feel the sleep paralysis symptoms start, as far as the tingling, the vibrations, and that gateway that opens to induce a lucid dream or an out-of-body experience. So it really is important that you get a little bit of sleep before you try this. You start off in a position where you can get relaxed, but you won't necessarily fall asleep, and then see how far that takes you into that deep relaxation before you decide if you need to switch into a more comfortable position for the very last part of inducing sleep paralysis. So it really is about priming the state beforehand and relaxing the body as deeply as possible while you slightly keep the mind awake. And again, it's okay if you fall in and out of sleep. If you're dipping in and out of sleep, a lot of the times you will wake up in sleep paralysis or in an actual dream, or let's say you fell asleep and you dream started. Sometimes you will wake up inside of the dream because you're in a position where you're dipping in and out of sleep anyways. So that is a super little powerful tip that I would recommend trying to shift how you induce sleep paralysis. I love you guys, and I hope that you're doing so well.